Welcome to the festival edition of The Daily from inside our very own campsite, where we will bring you all you need to know about how to survive this year's must-see festivals.
We will also have an exclusive interview and performance from a professional hula hooper, and we will take a look at the most talked about festival gadgets, so stay tuned.
And welcome to The Daily. If you are a big lover of festivals, stay tuned as we've got a great show lined up for you today. I'm Liv.
And I'm Chris. First up, we have an exclusive interview with our guest expert Alma, a performer from the circus group The Beatnik Collective, and she will give us an insight on her festival experience as both a participant and a performer.
We will also take a look at our festival preparation guide with Daniel James, who will give you all the information you need on how to get ready to survive a festival trip.
And finally, we will guide you on the best and most talked about tools and gadgets that will help create home comforts in your tent or can be used to amuse your friends whilst you're out there living it up from the fields of Glastonbury to the crowd-filled evenings of Reading.
Now, let's welcome our first guest,
Hi.
Alma. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, have you been to many festivals or shows in the past year? Could you name a few for us?
Yeah, so last year we started the season with the Holi Festival of Colours up in Scotland, organised at the Hare Krishna camp. That's a really lovely, quite unusual festival because completely sober. You can't have coffee or cigarettes.
The super sober.
Salt.
Oh my god.
And we stayed with them for a few days, although the festival is just one day.
Yeah.
And that's really nice and interesting, and they run a lot of little quirky workshops.
Little bits and bobs dotted around.
Yeah, and then after that we went to Eden. That's all usually on in June, so it's on in June this year as well.
Yeah.
Which is also in Scotland, but not as much of a sober festival
No.
as you can imagine.
maybe a little bit in there, yeah.
And that's in a really lovely location, close to a river. Which is really lovely. There's Beat Herder that we go through every year, which is quite a bit bigger than that, a bit more party head vibe. And last year I went to a Goulash Festival, Goulash Disco in Croatia, and that's a great one to go to. It's on the beach.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
So, you know, feeling a bit rough from a late night, you just jump in the sea. Over cure.
Now, when you get to festivals or shows that you're just attending, where would you say it's the best spot to place your tent? Do you get closer, or where the action is, or further away?
Well, a lot of festivals, not all of them, but a lot of festivals have separate camping for crew and artists.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that they're usually in really good locations.
Yeah.
They're usually just behind the stage, so it's pretty close to the action, but the sound is projected in the opposite direction, so they're quite a bit quieter. I do like to have quiet time when I go back to my tent. I like being able to sleep.
Keeping it quiet so the talent's fresh. So you've been to festivals in Europe, as you said, with Croatia.
Yeah.
So do festivals in the UK and Europe differ in some ways from one another? Like any specific ones you can think of?
Well, as you can imagine, the weather is a big impact.
Oh, definitely.
So, you know, we might put a bit of a damper on if the whole weekend is raining, but that's just what you have to be prepared for in the UK.
Exactly,
you can still have a good time. I think sometimes in Europe, if anything, it's a little bit too warm, which as a downside, it makes the toilets really stink.
So could you give us a rundown on what the viewers at home would expect from a performance by the whole Beatnik Collective? What does your performances range from?
So, especially at festivals, we can have a huge range because depending on the festivals, they might want workshops, they might want us to work with the kids, or they might want some walkabout entertainment just to keep up the vibe throughout the festival.
Keeping the party going.
Yeah, or they might want a stage show. They might have a rig so that we can do aerial things.
To do the proper.
They might have like a whole section dedicated to circus. Like Frequency in Portugal has that, which is great.
Nice.
but others, a lot of them just want a fire show. That's a really common request.
Yeah.
So, you know, often on Friday night or Saturday night, we'll light up all our fire equipment. So we have hoopers and poyers, staffers, fire breathers, fire eaters.
Yeah.
And yeah, we often do quite similar things. So we don't rehearse too much, but it's about knowing the space.
Yeah.
Each stage
Yeah.
will be a bit
Okay.
different.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving us an insight of what it is like, not only to perform, but also on how festivals are.
Well, speaking of going to a festival, Liv, we next have very fortunate to have a guide for beginners of how to make the most of your time at this year's festivals. We will now hand over to our very own festival enthusiast, Daniel James, who will give you the lowdown on how to survive this year's festivals.
Hi, I'm Daniel James Bowles, or DJ Bowles to my friends. If there's one thing that I love in this world, it's packing my bags, picking up from the dealer and heading to a proper mental music festival. Craigie, what do you recommend doing at the festival?
Just like loads of drugs. You just might as well try them when you're at a festival.
What are you looking forward to most about this festival?
It's mainly the music. I don't really do drugs. Music is my drug, really.
I've come here just to escape reality and have a good time, you know. That's basically it.
Loads of drugs. Yeah.
I can feel the summer heat coming along already, can't you, Chris?
With the weather the way it is, of course I can.
Some very interesting tips there from Daniel James. Now it's time for both myself and Chris to show all of you our top picks of festival must-haves. We have tools and gadgets that should see you right through the festival weekend. So Chris, what's up first?
Well, what's up first is this, actually. It is a portable LED lamp speaker.
Ooh.
It's a handy tool for keeping the party going when all the lights are out, the fire's out, the music has ceased, but you don't want to stop partying.
Yeah.
It's great for any situation with the light because it has a dimmer feature. You can set the mood just right.
Yeah.
You can of course walk around with a dim light so you don't wake up people with a bright light shining in their face. Also, if you want, you've got a Bluetooth functionality. So, of course you want to. It's a speaker. So you put your phone on it.
Yeah.
You can then bang out your tunes all night long.
It's great for creating memories with friends, isn't it?
It's just a great for just partying.
Yeah, definitely. Other great feature for this is it's weatherproof. So considering how unpredictable the weather is in the UK,
Muddy Glastonbury.
yes, you won't damage this product, which is great.
That is on Amazon for £28, but if you go to Aldi,
It's 20.
it's 20. That's a
which
brilliant
is
deal.
great. Absolutely amazing. Now the next product is the Powerbank portable charger.
The Powerbank portable charger, essential for travel and for festivals.
Definitely.
Because if you're out all weekend, there's not going to be any plugs in a field.
Exactly.
Unless it's a weird ass field. You've got USB and USB-free sockets, so it's
Yeah.
perfect for that. And there are many sizes.
Yes.
Many sizes.
The largest model is £25, but the smallest model is only £10,
£10.
which is absolutely brilliant.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah. Great if you're on a budget.
Great if you're on a budget. Great if you need to make an emergency call and your phone's out, basically.
Yep, and the next one is the torch, which I love because whenever I go to festivals, me and my friends always need a wee in the middle of the night and we can never find the toilet. We end up running around the camp. So this is a must-have for festivals, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a must-have. This one has a clamp, so you can clamp it up somewhere, so you can have a stable light for for your reading.
Exactly.
So it's great, and you can get ones with like cranks, so you don't have to spend money on like batteries or well, basically batteries.
Exactly.
Batteries.
And it's quite light, isn't it? So it's not
It's
a
quite
heavy
light.
torch.
Yeah, a heavy torch. You can
Really
have heavy
good for
torches.
packing,
They're
yeah.
great for packing. A small torch wind up or clamp so you can just charge on the go. They're brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
Must have. You must have a torch when you're going to a festival.
Now, next up, we have the Festival Tech Kit, which is absolutely amazing. Got brilliant products in here. First up is the Aqua Bag.
The Aqua Bag is something that's just something nice to have. It's just useful. It's waterproof. It's water resistant, rather.
Keeps your phone safe.
Frost, snow, rain, nothing gets through it.
Absolutely brilliant.
It's not watertight. Don't jump into a pool
God,
with
no.
it. But
Don't do that.
Again, muddy Glastonbury, it's brilliant.
Brilliant. Now, next up, we have the Mega Power Bank. And that is brilliant for charging your phone. It can be any smartphones, so Sony or Samsung or iPhone, which is quite good.
Or whatever you have, basically.
It charges to 1 to 5 hours, so you can leave your phone charging whilst you go and explore the festival.
And my favourite thing, because someone's going to forget a torch, but if you have this on you, it has a little torch on it, which is just a wonderful little quality of life improvement for your festivaling.
Now the next one is the multi-end charging cable.
Oh, I love these things.
Which is a must-have for festivals. I always bring my iPod, my iPhone for festivals. Really good, really handy for all friends to use.
It's got USB, so you can plug it into pretty much anything. You can plug it into a power bank.
Yeah.
It's got tablets. It's got the iPhone obviously, and it's got that wonderful little USB for anything else. And the best thing of all, with everything, including a poncho and a lanyard, £10 from Primark.
£10, absolutely amazing.
Great
for
if you're on a
student
budget.
Like us. Yeah, brilliant.
So we hope all our tips and tricks have left you feeling prepared for going to a festival, and it's helped to show you don't necessarily have to leave all your comforts for the weekend.
Yes, Chris, knowing where you are going and what you will need is definitely important when it comes to preparing for festivals. I think all the preparation beforehand makes the experience even better. It helps create memories with friends and having fun, which is the main thing about festival experience. And I'm going to make some fun memories in our campsite right now. Right, let's give hula hooping a go.
If you want any more information about today's edition of The Daily, or any other edition, please visit our website, www.thedaily.co.uk. Whoa!
I feel like we should leave Alma to do this for the professionals.
So there's the website, as you can see in the back there. There's the homepage for it, and we hope you have enjoyed today's festival edition of The Daily. And here to see us off is the wonderful Alma with a hula performance. Be aware there's going to be some flashing lights, so please look away if you're photosensitive. Take it away, Alma!
Woo!